how does this look like? How does this look for a thumbnail? Right? Very, very YouTube-y. I don't even know what that means. But today we're talking about pro level lenses without the high price tag. What is going on, friends? David Lee back, brand new video. This is all about the SLR Magic E-Mount Microprimes. So first off, what are microprimes? Microprimes in the SLR Magic lineup kind of fit the prosumer and also the pro level filmmaker or content creator, right? I'm just gonna say filmmaker from now on. But what that means is that no longer do you have to pay a huge premium for cinema level glass, right? Glass that's usually gonna cost you $10,000 for one lens at like the higher end level, and even just beginning, right? You're probably going to be spending around $3,800 to $4,500 for like one full-fledged cinema prime lens, right? From like Canon or from Sigma, Rokinon, Zine, they make a little bit more affordable lenses. But SLR Magic has been able to bring the character of the lenses. They've been able to bring extremely fast lenses, right? We're talking about like Zeiss super speed type of lenses, like T1.3, T1.2, which is insane because normally those lenses cost like $10,000 for just one lens. You're bringing fast lenses with amazing character, lenses that are also very affordable, and also in a very compact size. Because with cinema lenses, for the most part, they're pretty huge lenses, right? They're not something that you're gonna be throwing around in your camera bag, right? They're gonna take like a Pelican case for like a set of 6 lenses, right? They're gonna take the whole entire Pelican case just to be able to house higher end cinema lenses. And when you have smaller lenses, but with also a very fast aperture, very fast t-stop, and also something that you can, again, throw into your camera bag or put into a Pelican case, you have all of these great characteristics. You have all these great traits at a fraction of the cost. Now, why am I talking about the microprimes specifically? Well, when you're trying to look for a set of lenses, right, like an entire set of lenses from like your wide end all the way to your tighter end of lenses, right? You want to find consistency. You want to find the same image quality. You want to find the same contrast and also the same flaring. That way you aren't being surprised when you're on set or when you're doing your testing and thinking to yourself, why is this 14mm look so different than this 25mm, and that looks way different than that 75mm lens, right? And a lot of times when we work with like SLR lenses, that's what we end up with, right? You end up with inconsistency when it comes to the majority of the lenses. Now, all that being said, these lenses don't mean anything unless you can tell what the image is providing you, right? What kind of image, what kind of characteristics that make up the SLR Magic lenses. I want to show you guys what these lenses can produce for you. And so I shot a short film up in Palm Desert in California, and hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about, from the background separation, from like the fall off, from the in-focus elements to the out-of-focus elements, to the bokeh characteristics, right? Like how is a bokeh from the outer portions of the frame to the center of the frame? Is there any difference? To the sharpness, to the contrast of lenses, and to the color rendition of the lenses. I shot this short film on the Sony FS7, and these lenses do cover full frame, from the 15mm lens all the way up to the 75mm lens. There is a 12mm. That one is only for Super 35 sensors. I don't have that lens, so I didn't use it, but I used all of the other lenses. That's the 15, 18, 25, 35, 50, and the 75mm, right? So 6 lenses to show you guys exactly how good these lenses are, the characteristics of these lenses, and also hopefully I did my job as a DP to create a emotionally driven story, an inspirational story that you guys could follow along. But I totally understand some of you just want to see the lenses, right? So you can skim through the short film if you want. And I'll also put the short film on my Vimeo channel because YouTube compression is just horrible. So you actually want to see like the best quality of this short film. I'll put the link down below to the Vimeo, to my Vimeo channel, so that way you can check out the highest quality, and that way you can get a better idea of what these lenses look like for you, right? Maybe you're a Sony a7 III user, or a soon-to-be A7S III user. Maybe you have an A7R Mark II, or a Sony FS5, FS7, FX9. The SLR Magic Microprimes are extremely good lenses. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the short film.
All right. Shoot me the good news first. What do you mean? There aren't any offices open up right now, Tom. Did you forget we're living in a pandemic? Come on, Tom. I really, really needed this one. Tom, I can't even fucking afford to live right now. Oh, okay. So you mean before or after I get kicked out of my house? Yeah. Sounds terrific. I'll talk to you later, Tom, all right? Bye. I would have never thought it was going to come to this. How one single moment in life could turn everything upside down. God. Sure as shit didn't see this coming. You know, maybe it's time to finally let go of all the stupid shit I've been holding on to that hasn't helped me whatsoever in life. Gosh, I just feel like these past 5 months I've been chasing some stupid old version of myself. Fuck. Is this it? Fucking wallowing in my self-pity? Christ, Cat, come the fuck on. I don't know what the future's going to look like. Hell, I don't even know what next month is going to look like. But if there's one thing that I am certain about, is I'm not going to let anyone or anything tread or get in between me and my dreams.
All right, you know the best part about YouTube is sometimes audio doesn't work and you have to re-record audio. So I am re-recording this audio as for some reason, like the wireless microphone that goes into the Rode Wireless Go, I don't know if it just disconnected or something, but the audio was sounding like trash when I was editing. So we are doing this all over again. What I wanted to do is number one is just say thank you for watching the short film. Hopefully you watched it to get a real world, hands-on, on-set image quality perspective and comparison of what the SLR Magic E-Mount Microprimes can offer you, right? And SLR Magic offers the Microprimes in Micro Four Thirds and Fuji X mount, so that way you guys aren't left out if you are not an E-Mount user. Let's talk about some of the characteristics, right? And what I wanted to do, and what I did do, was actually I shot a series of test footage for you guys to show off the flaring, the bokeh, and the breathing, and also the chromatic aberration of these lenses. The first test that we're going to show is the flaring test. We did a day exterior and a night interior. With the day exterior, we had the matte box, we had the top flag, and also we had filtration in front of the matte box, just a 4-stop ND, no glimmer glass or anything like that. And then for the night interior, we let the lenses be naked, right? Meaning no matte box, no filtration in front of it, and everything was shot wide open, as I wanted to see how the lenses perform when they are wide open, all right? And so you guys, I think, will be pretty surprised to see how the lenses perform when you have a matte box, when you can flag things off, and also, I guess not surprised, but also you can see the characteristics and how the lenses flare differently when you shoot a direct point source at the lenses. So let's watch the flaring test right now. Pretty interesting to see the differences, right? When you have a matte box and you're directly pointing the sun, or directly pointing the lenses to the sun, the lenses perform very, very well, meaning that they don't, the image doesn't get washed out. You do notice, at least with like the 35, 50, and 75, there is a little bit of flaring there. Even when you have, I believe on the FS7, I had 6 stops of ND, right? So maxed out internal, and then we had 4 stops in front of it. So you're looking at like 10 stops of ND total. And when you have the top flag, when you have filtration in front of it, you're gonna get very controlled flaring. When you don't have a matte box or any kind of way to flag off light from the microprimes, you're gonna get typical flaring, right, from the lenses. Some of them will wash out the images, and some of them will just add nice little flaring. And specifically like the 35 and the 50 have this kind of like sci-fi looking flare to them, right? One from the direct point source of light, and then the other, like the 50, has these like concentric circles that kind of like, I don't know, it looks very like sci-fi alien. So, you know, next time you're shooting a sci-fi movie or ad, you know, check out the microprimes. Alrighty, next up is our bokeh test. We did, again, kind of 2 different examples, a night interior and a day exterior For the night interior, basically just use my room. I have these LED lights that I've been using for a couple years. They just add room tone. They have different, you can control like the colors of the lights, right? So the one that I chose is a little bit of a cyan tonality. And what you'll find is that the bokeh characteristics are very, very even keel, right? You're not gonna get different types of bokeh if the practical source is the same. Now, when we jump to the day exterior one, we're just outside just shooting leaves and trees, right? Because that's kind of all I have right now. I did a short film for you guys, right? So I gave you that at least. But you'll see that if you have different types of practical sources, the bokeh is inconsistent, meaning that the bokeh from the outside is different than the bokeh to the center of the frame. And then with like the 75mm, you'll find a little bit of onion bokeh, right? Meaning that an individual bokeh can look different from the outside of the circle to the inside of the circle. And then just a mixture of different types of bokeh. You're not gonna get all like spherical bokeh. You're gonna get some that are oval, some that are circular. So let's go ahead and show off the bokeh test right now. And for our last test is the breathing test. This one, basically, long story short, or the short and sweet and simple answer is that all of the lenses do have a breathing, right? And now I want to make one thing very, very clear, is that breathing is a subjective quality to a lens, right? Breathing does not define the value of a lens. And it's just like food, right? Some people like certain things on their food. Some people like tomatoes on their hamburgers, and other people hate tomatoes on their hamburger, right? It's just a subjective choice. It doesn't define, again, the value of the lens. So all the lenses from the 15 to the 75, they all breathe. You're gonna notice more heavier breathing, just like kind of like zooming of the lens a little bit on the 35, 50, and 75, just because the field of view is more compressed. On the 15, 25, and to an extent the 20, and I'm sorry, the 15, the 18, and to an extent the 25, you're gonna notice a little bit of breathing, but not too much. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the breathing test. Now we reach the conclusion, the end of our journey, right? At least this specific journey of the SLR Magic Microprimes for Sony E-Mount. What are my final thoughts? What is my conclusion on using these lenses in a real world scenario, right? Putting them through a battle test, so to speak, right? absolutely love the character of the lenses. When you're looking for a set of lenses, the character is probably the most important thing, right? The flaring is going to be different, and again, you can't have everything all in one lens, unless you are like going into that realm of airy Zeiss lenses, right? Panavision lenses, then maybe you could probably do that. But for the rest of us, the simpletons on Earth, the rest of us humans on Earth, what can we do, right, to create the images that can tell better stories, right? Images that you're not just gonna see, or images that are completely different than what you're typically used to seeing on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, right? And in some instances on television. The SLR Magic Microprimes give you all the character you could ask for, from the spherical aberration, right? It's kind of that little highlighty touch on the out of focus elements, to the out of focus elements. What do they look like to the bokeh, to the way the lenses flare, and also to the background separation, right? That is the gist of what you want to look for when you're looking for lenses. And if you want your images to look way different, to give it a little bit more of a polished, a more characterized and individual feel compared to what you're used to using, compared to what you're used to seeing, and then the microprimes are probably your best bet. And they are very competitive, right? When it comes to the price point, they are around that sub $600 range, depending on which exact lens you're looking at. But you know, for a set of like Rokinon lenses, or a set of Mickey lenses, or Mikey lenses, however you pronounce it, you're looking around the same price point. My recommendation is to look at different films, look at different videos that are shot on the Rokinon lenses, that are shot on the SLR Magic lenses, right? And see which lenses are the ones that you want, right? The ones that are gonna give you the character that you're looking for. Look at the price point, look at the full range of lenses, right? Can you get everything that you need from ultra wide to your close-ups, right? And that is going to give you the best buying decision possible. But when it comes to me, I've been using SLR Magic lenses for the past 3 years, going on 4 years, and I stand by their lenses, right? Because they have served me in so many areas where I have been so happy and so pleased with the image. I've been happy and pleased with the operation, right? Using a manual lens is way different than using an SLR lens. Trust me when I say that, right? When you get your first manual lens, it's just day and night different, right? You actually love operating the camera more, and I love operating the camera. So I think that is probably it. You know, if you guys have any questions on the microprimes, leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. If you liked the video, or if you disliked the video, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down button. Let me know exactly how much this video sucked, or how good of a video it was for you guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as always, just so you're notified of new content coming out. And remember, friends, every day you have an opportunity to create your experience and to write and tell your own story. My name is David Lee, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.